As a little boy, you taught me to never give up. As an athlete, at Barnes High School, you taught me to have good work ethics. After college, you taught me the value of serving others. For 34 years, I did everything I could to thank you. I am Reggie Burgess. Thank you, North Charleston, for making me the man that I am. As mayor, I will never stop working for you. Vote Reggie Burgess for mayor on November 7th.
Paid for by the committee to elect Reggie Burgess for mayor.
It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, it's showtime. Thank you. I'm giving you a hand. I want to thank you for watching, everybody watching me live. And if you're watching me and I'm not live, it's okay too. But if you're watching me right now, 6:31 Eastern Time, 5:31 in Chicago, 3:31 out on the West Coast, the Geno Jones Show. My normal start days and times are Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, and 5:30 in Chicago and 3:30 out in Los Angeles on the West Coast. Please, you and everybody you know, everybody that you like, folks that you just, yeah, we all right, folks that you love, folks that you ain't really that crazy about, folks you don't really like F with, you know what I'm saying? The kids say, I don't F with that person. I don't fool around with them. Well, that's not what the F stands for. Folks you really can't stand, you hate strangers, aliens from outer space, tell them all. This is must-see TV, the Geno Jones Show. Yes, Tina Turner had a song, Simply the Best. And I said it with all modesty and humility, or all humility and modesty. But Muhammad Ali said it ain't bragging if you can back it up. Okay. How we doing today? It's Tuesday. Hope you had a great day. Or depending on where you could be watching me over on the continent of Africa or over in Asia. It's like what, morning time? So I want to thank you for checking out the show, tuning in today. So let's start today, because it's been the talk of social media. It's been the talk of the Today Show and USA Today and you name it, People Magazine, and everybody is talking about Miss Jada Pinkett and her new book called Worthy, her memoir. It's out today, finally. Like, what's left to read? Hell, she done told it all. She snitched on herself. I mean, she didn't spill the tea. She blew up, she like took some dynamite and blew up the tea kettle. And it just exploded, just came out. Everything. Yes. She said Will and her are still working. They are working on their relationship and they are planning to get back together under one roof. I'm rooting for them. She talked about Tupac having alopecia. He didn't want anybody to know about it. I told you about how she said Chris Rock tried to hit on her and she contemplated suicide, but it was hallucinogen. It was plant-based medicine, some kind of plant that's like a hallucinogenic, like people that take like acid, LSD, or whatever. You can tell I don't do drugs, okay? And she said, by the way, she was talking about Chris Rock. She said when she saw Chris Rock's Netflix special, she said her feelings were hurt. And I said, I bet your feelings weren't hurt as much as Chris Rock's face was when your man slapped the taste out of his mouth. Now, that was pain. You were probably hurt. Your feelings were hurt. His feelings and his face was hurt. Broke. I digress. And then some of the memes, I'm not even... I've seen some memes and just some things on social media. Man, you all are wrong. Some of you all got too much time on your hands. So I saw one picture. My operations manager at my radio station showed me this picture. Y'all are just dead. Some of you all are going straight to hell with like gasoline draws on. Already like on fire, inflamed, torch, like the Human Torch, flame on. Some of y'all going straight to hell. So it was this picture, this meme. You know the picture with Suge Knight and Tupac in the car right before Tupac got shot and eventually died, right? So you had the picture, you know, I guess somebody said, hey, Tupac, look around. So you see Tupac looking at the camera. You see Suge Knight looking to the camera. And whose face did they somehow superimpose, or with all this AI technology, they had a picture of Jada Pinkett's face in Tupac's lap. Some of y'all going to hell, straight to hell. Y'all ain't gonna pass go. It ain't even gonna be no conversation with God. They'll be like, nope. But don't. This is gonna be, or just straight, press down, just straight down. Express. On the express elevator to hell. Some of y'all are going. So the book is out today. The audio book, I think she did in her own voice. She narrated her own audio book about Worthy. So, Jada, you're more than welcome. If there's anything else left to tell, you got a home right here on the Geno Jones Show. So, look, I root for marriage. I do. I hope they do work it out. I think they probably learned a lot. I hope they get back together and disappear and stop talking. Just shh. We don't want to know no more. Sometimes some things are just, I understand a lot of times talking and sharing can be therapeutic. And now you made a lot of money, Jada. You can make a lot of, please don't do, now Jada, please don't do a screenplay. And don't sell the rights to your book, Worthy, please. Will has gone through enough. Will has gone through enough. You have too. But Will has really gone through it. Being in love with a woman that he knew that wasn't in love with him and didn't want to marry him and was really like down and depressed when she got married because she didn't want to get married and was probably still in love with a dead man. So I'm just saying, you've gone through a lot. I'm glad you came through that. You thought about committing suicide. And that's real. That is for real. I will not make light of that. It doesn't get more serious than that. Especially, you had 2 kids. Thought of leaving your kids. She said she thought they would be better. Her and Will would be better off without her. So thank God she got through that. So I don't know what that plan is, but make sure the house is full of that plant. But Will's gone through a whole lot. I don't know if he's taking hallucinogenics or some good weed out there in California. I don't know what it is. Chardonnay. I don't know what it is. But I hope y'all work it out, get back together, move back, save money. Because them 2 mortgages, I know y'all got a lot of money, but 2 mortgages, the way y'all living out in California, so y'all need to consolidate that, get under one roof, and just shh. Well, come on my show first, Jada. And Will. Have one, like the last word on Will and Jada, or the last word on Jada and Will right here on the Geno Jones Show. It can be like a mini series, the whole week. Forget one show, one episode. Y'all got the whole damn week. We're gonna make it a whole week, like Roots, a mini series, right? We got you. And then after that, shh, stop talking. Say less, say nothing. Kids say less, say nothing else. How about that? Say a lot less, like no more. So shout out Tyler Perry. So I want to shout out Tyler for a couple things. First of all, there's a 93-year-old woman in Hilton Head, South Carolina, which is about maybe 70 miles south of where I am right now. And there's a 93-year-old black woman, beautiful spirit, Josephine Wright. Now, she's been living in this home for about 30 years. Apparently, this home was her husband's home. It's hers now because her husband passed away. So she is the caretaker of this home. Now, this home has been in their family since the civil rights era. So you got all these big money developers that bought up all the land around her house, and they tried to kick the woman out of her house. They want her to move. She's like, no, I do not want to. And then they offered her like $30,000 like for her land. So y'all just thought because the woman was 93 years old, it was a 93-year-old elderly black woman. So you colonizers and crooks, y'all just thought y'all could just, she old black woman, stupid, don't know. I know what you thought. You could just, 30,000, she'll take it. Woman got more sense than all of you all. She's not moving. Then these developers, they filed a lawsuit to get her kicked off the land that she owns and her house. So a lot of folks there was a GoFundMe that was started this summer. Snoop Dogg donated some money, Kyrie Irving donated some money, and Tyler Perry got wind of it. So the last I heard, she had over 300,000. I think I saw in one article that as of right now, she may have like 600,000 or 650,000 in her GoFundMe account to help with legal bills. But Tyler Perry said, "Hold my beer," or in my case, it'll be "Hold my Perrier water." And he said, "I tell you what, Mother Josephine Wright down there in Hilton Head, South Carolina, I got you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to build you a brand new 5-bedroom house on your land. And you don't have to go nowhere." So as a matter of fact, the construction workers, the workers are expected to come and start building Miss Josephine Wright's home in a couple weeks. So Mother Josephine Wright, may God continue to bless and have favor on you and your property, your land, and your brand new, soon to be brand new 5-bedroom house. And shout out to Tyler Perry. Or, do you know his real name? Emmett Perry Jr. So we'll talk about that in a second. So shout out to Emmett Perry Jr., a.k.a. Tyler Perry. May God continue to bless you, brother, because Tyler Perry has a good heart, and he does a lot of things like this, and people don't even know about it. I remember one year, he just went, I think, to like a Walmart or a Sam's Club. I think it was a Walmart. And basically, he just said, "Okay, how many people got stuff in the layaway?" And they told him, he's rolling him a check. Pay for everybody, people who he didn't even know. Everybody, that's amazing. That is the kind of thing that I'm going to do. Like if I'd have hit that Powerball, that $1,730,000,000, I will bless people that I really don't know. But I just get outside of my family and friends, people who just, need somebody to bless them. And I can be the vessel to do that. So shout out to Tyler Perry, because this is not the first time he's done something like this. So shout out to you, brother. And Mother, if anybody's watching that's a family member of Mother Josephine Wright, I'd love for you guys to come on the show with Mother Josephine. And I'd love to, it's her spirit. I saw some video of her talking, and I just love her spirit. She reminds me of my grandmother, just with her spirit and fight. She's like, "Look, I'm a fighter now. Don't sleep on me just because I'm a 93-year-old black woman." She's lived through a lot. She's lived through 2 world wars. She's lived through a depression. She's lived through Jim Crow. In South Carolina, do you know this woman lived through lynching, legalized lynching and kidnapping and rape and murder? What she's seen, and still going strong. Nothing but respect to Miss Josephine Wright, Mother Josephine Wright. My elders I respect, refer to you as a queen mother, an elder. Absolutely. Shout out to everybody watching it. My mother's probably watching right now. She's not 93, but we're naming the claim that she's going to see 93. She's going to see 103. So shout out to Tyler Perry, whose real name, I said earlier, Emmett Perry Jr. He's got a new documentary coming out. It's called Maxine's Baby. Maxine is his mom's name, his late mom's name. The Tyler Perry story is about Tyler Perry's life. It's coming out on Amazon Prime on November 17th. So I saw the trailer. Man, it's powerful. It's powerful. It's emotional. Just the trailer. It hits you. Man, you could see like tears in his eyes, just talking about the painful, strained relationship he has with his biological father, the man who was named after, Emmett Perry Jr. And in the trailer, Tyler says he just doesn't understand how a man how could you hate a child so much that you produce that you don't even know. And Tyler has talked publicly about being abused as a child, and now he's Tyler Perry, and all the success of his movies and his plays and then his movies. As a matter of fact, the last 5 years, nobody's had more like top-selling movies than Tyler Perry. Nobody. Name the big name white director, none of them. So shout out to Tyler Perry, my man. It's going to be, once again, November 17th, Maxine's Boy, the Tyler Perry story. And he talks about his mom and how painful it was to watch his mother die. And like I said, the trailer was very powerful. So I'm sure you can, if you haven't seen it, you can check it out on social media. I'm sure it's somewhere on YouTube. So you can go watch it, search for it, and check it out after you get through watching this show right here. So happy birthday today, October 17th. Yes, October 17th. The Queen Naija, R&B singer from up in Michigan, Ypsilanti, Michigan. Queen Naija, 28 today. The first black woman astronaut. The first black woman to travel to outer space. Mae Jemison is 67 today. Happy birthday to Sister Mae Jemison. Ziggy Marley, amen, everything be I reman. How many kids does Bob Marley have? What, about 200? It seems like it. Y'all think look, what's my boy's name? Nick Cannon? Nick Cannon ain't got nothing. Nick Cannon ain't got nothing on Bob Marley. But Nick Cannon got 11. My sister, who I love, R&B singer, I love her. She's got a reality show. I was going to talk about that. Keke Wyatt's got 11 kids. I'm trying to think, who else has got a real big family? Michael Irvin said it was like 15 of them in his family. You could take Nick Cannon's 11 and Keke Wyatt's 11 and Michael Irvin's family's 15 brothers and sisters. It don't even come close to Bob Marley's kids. So Ziggy Marley, one of the Marley kids, part of the Marley clan, is double nickel today, 55. Wyclef Jean from Haiti of the Fugees. You know, Lauryn Hill is going out on tour. I don't know, she'll be on tour. I don't know about on time. And she said also her feature act is going to be out with her. It's going to be the Fugees. Now, the only problem is it won't be all the Fugees. Now, I'm sure Wyclef Jean is going to join her. But Pras, the other member, only problem, Pras is kind of, let's put it this way, it's going to be tough. Pras is, let's put it this way, his freedom is restricted. Pras is in jail. So maybe they'll let him join via Zoom. They have they had the giant, on the big Jumbotron, you could have Pras live from prison with I know I'm going to hell for that joke, right? Along with Wyclef Jean and Lauryn Hill. I clown Lauryn, but I love Lauryn Hill. She's a force of nature. A great, can sing, rap, performer. So now she might show up 2-3 hours late. She might not even show up at all. Might have to get your money back for your ticket. Hold on to that ticket stuff, because you might need to get a refund. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. So, happy birthday, Ziggy Marley, 55, like I said, double nickel. Wyclef Jean of the Fugees, 54, also 54. So this brother played, if you were a fan of The Wire, back in the 90s on HBO, you had Stringer Bell, all you ladies loved, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the one that dude that y'all love so much. Idris Elba, all right. So you had Stringer Bell, and then you had Avon Barksdale. They were the big-time drug kingpins on The Wire, which I didn't start watching at first. I started watching The Wire, I think, of maybe a couple years right before they took it off. But it was well done. It was a great Michael B. Jordan, a young Michael B. Jordan was in The Wire. So Avon Barksdale, for y'all that was really watching The Wire, this brother named Wood Harris, who's from Chicago, and his brother Steve Harris was the dude, the really dog dude that everybody hated. It was a Tyler Perry movie. Now, Why Did I Get Married? I can't think of the name of it right now. Kimberly Elise. So he married Kimberly Elise and he dogged her out, and then he had a stroke, and then the little young groupie that he married, and he kicked Kimberly Elise out of their house to move in his little side piece. It became his main woman, little young thing, and once he had a stroke and I guess couldn't do it and didn't have no money, she left his ass. So it was Kimberly Elise that had to come back and help him out, but she wound up, going on with Shamar Moore. Because she was like, I love you, but I ain't in love with you, and you dogged me out. So you good now. You got some food on the table, somebody to cook for you. I'm out. Deuces. I'm out. That movie. So that dude, that's Steve Harris. And that's Wood Harris's brother. He was also in Paid in Full. He was also in Above the Rim. He played Brooke Payne, New Edition's choreographer in the New Edition story that was on BET. Really a good actor. Wood Harris is 54 today. All my Libras celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday. All right, shout out to my mom. How you doing, mother? All right, before I get out of here. So, listen, guys. Let me just say this, okay? All right? You got to be careful who you listen to. Because just because somebody is a great or good or that you like as an entertainer, as a rapper or singer, a comedian, even a TV host like myself, a public figure, a politician, anybody, reality TV star, everybody is not qualified to speak on certain things. Now they have a constitutional right. The First Amendment gives all of us in America the right of free speech. But if y'all ain't careful, that whole Constitution thing and all those amendments are about to get shredded. If you mess around and let Orange Jumpsuit Hitler and all these white nationalists and MAGA cult members get in power, they tried to get cult member Jim Jordan to be the Speaker of the House of Representatives, but even some of the Republicans was like, no, dude, no, hold on. No. You were part of the crew that was talking about hang Mike Pence. That was another old white man with power, the vice president. That was Orange Jumpsuit Hitler's vice president. And Orange Jumpsuit Hitler just basically sicked his white nationalists, and they showed up at the U.S. Capitol when they stormed the Capitol on you talking about domestic terrorists. They showed up at the Capitol with a gallows, like the hangman's gallows, with the noose, chanting, hang Mike Pence. Okay? So you have to be very careful. And a lot of times, you got so many platforms and so much media out there, people are trying to get clicks and likes and views. So they will just put a camera and a microphone in front of anybody that might be popular at the moment, or that was popular back in the day. Example, you got this young lady, rapper, she's pretty popular, pretty hot, Miss Sexy Red, who's pregnant, by the way, Sexy Red, just really. So just imagine Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, Trina on steroids. That's like Sexy Red. She just referring to like her private body parts, the front and the back. It's just in a real, but that's her thing. Then you got Mr. Waka Flocka Flame. Do it with no hands, na 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 na. That was a club banger. It was big in the clubs. It was big in the strip clubs. It probably still is big in the strip clubs. Do it with no hands. Don't ask me what you're talking about doing with no hands. Don't even ask. If you got to ask, you don't need to know. I'm not going to just let your imagination run wild or not. So you got Miss Sexy Red that says she's supporting Donald Trump because he gave black folks checks, stimulus checks. And I don't know what the hell is wrong with Waka Flocka Flame, because there's video of him denouncing Orange Jumpsuit Hitler, Donald Jackass Trump. That's what the J stands for, jackass. So listen. And then I heard there was some talk about, Oprah had talked to Mitt Romney, and Oprah denied it. Mitt Romney said she was interested in forming like a unity ticket to save America. She would be the Democrat. He was going to be a Republican. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all something. All right? This election is coming up in like 13 months. But even these local elections, you are voting right now. You are voting because I heard in Louisiana only less than 30% of the people voted. And I think even less than that of like the black people in Louisiana. And black people make up about a third of the population. And so y'all let this MAGA cult member, white nationalist, sympathizer or empathizer, now as your the governor. So the women's rights that you lost are really gone. Your voting rights are going to be gone. You are voting for your freedom or your oppression. Let me say that again. Let me get a little close to this camera. Let me look very close. Listen to what I am saying. You're not voting for President Joe Biden, but you should. But when you vote for President Joe Biden, and this ain't a paid political announcement, Joe Biden's campaign ain't gave me a penny. And I'm not saying that he is perfect, but what you got to understand, it is a situation, it is not the lesser of two evils. It is a good man that believes in your freedom and your democracy and that believes that you should have voting rights, that you should have reproductive freedom, the right to determine what to do with your body, the right to love and marry whoever the hell you want to marry, because that's your business. If it offends you because of your God, that's your God. But some of y'all are doing some things that your God don't like you doing. But you don't want to talk about that. You focus on what somebody else is doing, and you don't want to talk about the stuff that you were doing that your God don't like. Because you don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in. So if they're not living by your moral standards or codes, then don't worry about it, because you don't, as my mother taught me and my grandmother said, you don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in. And while you worrying about them, let's review all the shit that you've done in your life or doing that ain't so Christ-like or like Allah or Muhammad or whatever God that you pray to, whatever his or her name is or it. You are voting for your freedom. And if you don't vote, well, because, they ain't going to do nothing for black folks, which is foolish because they have. Listen, Joe Biden's administration has done a lot. And all you got to do is just go back and binge watch some of my back episodes. A whole lot. So Sexy Red was talking about them stimulus checks. Well, guess who else, when he became president, made sure that not just black folks, but brown folks and white folks, and folks, native folks, and all backgrounds got stimulus checks that was even larger than your boy Orange Jumpsuit Hitler, President Joe Biden. Oh, by the way, Sexy Red, probably some folks in your family, I'm sure millions of your fans, working class, single moms, single dads, maybe even two-parent homes that was barely making enough money to survive. They were able to get those child tax credits where they got $250 to $300 per child a month, every month, until the MAGA cult members took over the House of Representatives and they shut that off. Not to mention, you voting for a dude that strips you in many states of your reproductive rights, the freedom for you to determine what to do with your body. You are pregnant right now, and I hope and pray that God blesses you and blesses your child, your unborn child, to come out a normal, healthy baby. But there are some women, and God forbid it could happen to you, and I pray it doesn't, but there are some women who wind up in a situation to where something happens with the pregnancy, and the pregnancy will kill them, and the baby can't survive. There's some pregnancies where the child dies inside of the mother. But in a lot of these states, that the woman couldn't even get medical help until she damn near bleeds to death, hemorrhages to death. So do you want these men sitting around, the one, I'll support Donald Trump. the one that wants to tell you what to do with your body, the one that doesn't want you to vote, the one that wants to completely oppress you and all your people. Waka Flocka flame, I'm talking to you. So here's the bottom line. Look, and you don't even have to listen to me. Just read and do some research. Listen. Listen to what these people are saying and watch what they are doing in all these states that support this dude, Orange Jumpsuit Hitler, that's taking your voting rights and your civil rights. And they're stripping away your voting power. They call it gerrymandering. After a dude named Jerry. Real talk, gerrymandering. That means they rig these, they draw them up like a map. We drawn up these maps. So we'll draw a map and it'll look all crazy where all the black folks are, and we'll put them in that one district. So that will limit their voting power in the states. They don't even want you to have voting power. The same dude, Sexy Red and Waka Flocka Flame that you endorse, wants to shred and strip the Constitution. So you won't have no rights. And the states can decide if they want to bring back slavery, they can. Because you won't have a Constitution, and you won't have the 14th Amendment, you won't have the 13th Amendment, you won't have no amendments to protect your black ass. So please understand, you are not voting for a person, you are not even voting for policies. You aren't voting for policies per se, but what you are voting for, you are voting for your freedom or your oppression. And when you don't vote, or you tell people to vote for people like Donald Jackass Trump and Orange Jumpsuit Hitler, you are telling people, especially that look like you and your mother and your brother and your sister and your dad, and like me and my family, to vote for a man that wants to oppress you and your people completely. And if they had their way, they would be able to come in like they did in Tulsa and burn down all your successful businesses and neighborhoods and come in and murder, and rape, kidnap, and place people in concentration camps that they had. They didn't call that internment camps. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, after the Tulsa Race Massacre, the black people that survived in that Greenwood District neighborhood, that was probably the most successful, profitable neighborhood, black or white, in Tulsa back in 1921. Hotels and movie theaters, restaurants, shops, clothing stores, you name it, they had it all. And you had these white races that were and Ku Klux Klan members that hated, and they hated successful black people, and they burned it down, and the local and the state government helped them. Literally, they flew planes over and dropped the bombs on the Greenwood District, and the federal government didn't do jack, they didn't do shit about it. And if you don't think that that can happen again, you are not paying attention. So you need to wake the hell up. Vote for whoever you want to vote for. But don't tell your people, if you want to vote for your oppression, and you do it. But don't oppress the rest of your people, and don't brainwash and tell your people to vote for their oppression, because you have no idea. You haven't studied history enough. Sexy Red and Waka Flocka Flame and a whole bunch of y'all. Dr. Cornel West knows better. Oprah knows better, and she's not advocating voting for jackass Orange Jumpsuit Hitler. Cornel Dr. West is not advocating that you vote for him, but Dr. West understands that he does not have a snowball's chance in hell to become president. And his campaign stands to take away votes from the man that can keep you from basically losing your freedoms, y'all. This is, man, as they say, that it is real. This shit is real. It is very real. I got to get out of here. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and you, and you, and especially you, and God most of all. Thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. I come to you live, normal start days and times, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. on the that's 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Please subscribe, share, screen grab some of the show. Create a viral moment. Do a YouTube short, a viral moment on TikTok, on Snapchat, on Instagram, on Twitter or X, on Facebook. Like I said, do a YouTube short right here. Like and binge watch all my back episodes. Shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. CEO of Designer Cuts, moving to a brand new, beautiful, big location here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro. Got a grand opening coming up very soon. You'll see him on the show talking all about it. Check him out on Instagram, Kel Be Cutting Up. KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones is the wardrobe consultant, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check her out on IG and her collection, fashion design, future superstar fashion designer. And her collection, LX.N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi, underscores that little dash at the bottom, at the end of that last L. So that's LX.NCN like Nanette, C like Charlie, L, LX.NCL underscore. And shout out to Bruce Gage, wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram and Facebook, Miglio Di Mario Uomo. MIGLIODIMARIOUOMO. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be Wednesday, Hump Day. Got a special musical guest. I'm not going to tell you. It's going to be a surprise. Special guest. You'll see him live tomorrow. He's got some new music. Good friend of mine. I've known him for a while. I'm glad I found out and got wind. Oh, he's got some new music out. So we got it. This is my dude. You'll see. I'll tell you. As a matter of fact, I'll show you because he'll be on with me tomorrow at 6:30. And Friday, R&B future superstar, October London. That's the dude that sounds just like Marvin Gaye. He don't sound just, he is Marvin Gaye. He has channeled Marvin Gaye's sound and spirit. He's got the song, Back to Your Place, that little sexy song you want to play about 2:30 in the morning when you leave the club. Like, hey lady, take me back to your place? How about it? October London is going to be my guest this Friday right here on the Geno Jones Show. I got to get out of here, everybody. I love each and every one of you. Can we just pray for peace, y'all? God. It's a world we're living in. We are at some crossroads, very dangerous times. We really need prayer. God, we need your help, Father. Yeah, we do. Praying for peace for everybody. Everybody. When I say everybody, I mean everybody. We have too many innocent people around the world that are dying for hate, because of hatred and greed and power. Just go back and watch last Monday's show. All right. I'll see you guys live Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. If you missed some of the show, go back and binge watch the whole show. Go back and binge watch all my back episodes. I love you guys. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.
As a little boy, you taught me to never give up. As an athlete, at Barnes High School, you taught me to have good work ethics. After college, you taught me the value of serving others. For 34 years, I did everything I could to thank you. I am Reggie Burgess. Thank you, North Charleston, for making me the man that I am. As mayor, I will never stop working for you. Vote Reggie Burgess for mayor on November 7th.
Paid for by the committee to elect Reggie Burgess for mayor.